Hi students, good morning everyone. My name is Rajita, DL in Geology at TTWRTC Women Common. Okay, today we are going to learn about alta structure of animal cell. Okay, it is a topic of cell biology. Cell biology is also called as cytology. Okay, these are the two terms, cytology and cell biology. Cytology is cyto means cells and logos means study or discussion. Okay, cytology is the study of the cell structure. Okay, and now cell biology is the study of cell structure and physiologically and biochemically and genetically is called as cell biology. Okay, and this is the main difference between these two terms, cell biology and cytology. Okay, all living organisms are composed of several repeated structural units that are called cells. Okay, the repeated structural units are called cells. The word cell is coming from the words cella. Cella means hollow or cavity. Okay, next this is the structure of animal cell. Okay, the structure is the animal cell. Okay, next um, we are going to discuss about discovery of the cell. The scientist, his name was Robert Hooke, discovered the hollow cavities in thin slice of cork under light microscope. Light microscope, and the term cell was given. Okay, and actually these are cell walls. Okay, these are the cell walls, and he published his findings in the book Micrographia. His book name was Micrographia, and the next, the person, Antony van Leeuwenhoek was the first person to see a living cell. He observed bacteria, yeast, protozoa, and RBC by his microscope. And his microscope. And when somebody asks you what is the cell, okay, now cell is the structural and functional unit of all living organisms. Okay, cell is the structural and functional unit of an organism. Okay, basically most of the cells are microscopic in size. The size of cells varies from 1 micron to 1 micron to 275 microns. And the egg of ostrich is usually considered as the largest cell. The egg of ostrich is considered as the largest cell, which is about 175 millimeters length. Okay, and cells exhibit various forms and shapes. Some are cell is typically spherical shape, but certain cells are cuboidal shape, or polygonal, or cylindrical, or rounded, oval, or flat, or discoidal in shape. Okay, and the cell is formed of three main components. These are the plasma membrane, and second one is the cytoplasm, and the third one is the nucleus. These last two, three, cytoplasm and nucleus is commonly called as protoplasm. Okay. Now we discuss about plasma membrane. Okay. The cell is surrounded by a plasma membrane. It is a transparent and elastic nature. The structure plasma membrane have the transparent nature and also elastic nature, and it is a double layered structure. Plasma membrane is the double layer structure. Each layer is formed of phospholipids and proteins. In the plasma membrane, each layer is formed of proteins and phospholipids, and the main function of the plasma membrane is the permeability nature. What is the permeability? It allows the entrance and exit some materials. Okay, and it allows the entrance and exit of some substances to and from the cells. This property is called selective permeability. Okay, this is the main function of the plasma membrane. Now, uh, next structure. Uh, the plasma, some some proposals are some of the scientists are proposed the some proposals of the structure of plasma membrane. Okay, now plasma membrane. Some models are prepared. Uh, some models are proposed to explain the structure of plasma membrane. These are the five models. First one is the Danieli and Davison membrane model. This Danieli and Davison membrane model is also called as the lamellar theory. And second one is second plasma membrane model was structure model is lattice model, and third one is micellar model, and fourth one is Robertson's unit membrane model. This Robertson's unit membrane model is also called as a trilaminar model, and the fifth one is the fluid mosaic model. Okay, basically the plasma membrane is composed of proteins and lipids, and also small percentage of carbohydrates. Okay, the term cell membrane was coined by Kramer and Nageli in the year of 1855. Okay, the scientist's name was Kramer and Nageli. Okay, the term plasma lemma has been given by J.Q. Blow. This is also called as a cell membrane or plasma membrane. Okay, and cytoplasmic membrane. These are the other names of the plasma membrane. Okay, plasma membrane is also called as cell membrane, plasma lemma, or cytoplasmic membrane. Okay, but the term cell membrane was given by the cell membrane was coined by the scientist's name was Kramer and Nageli. Okay, and plasma lemma has given by the J.Q. Flow. Okay, and in these five structures, okay, Danieli Davison model, lattice model, micellar model, and Robertson's unit membrane model, and fluid mosaic model. In these five models, the fluid mosaic model was proposed by the Singer and Nicholson. Scientist name is Singer and Nicholson. Scientist's name was Singer and Nicholson in the year of 1972. This model is widely accepted as the best explaining the properties of plasma membrane. Okay, the best explaining plasma structure model is fluid mosaic model, and the main function of the plasma membrane is the permeability nature. Okay, this is the structure of plasma membrane. This is the fluid mosaic model, and next we are going to discuss about cytoplasm. Okay, the cytoplasm, it is a translucent and the cytoplasm is the translucent and colloidal substances, and it is enclosed by the plasma membrane. The translucent heterogeneous colloidal substances enclosed by the plasma membrane is called cytoplasm. Cytoplasm consists of various molecules such as water, sand. Such molecules are water and salts of sodium and potassium, and organic compounds such as carbohydrates, proteins, and lipids, and nucleic acids, and enzymes. Okay, cytoplasm contains these various molecules. What are there? Water and salts of sodium and potassium, and organic compounds such as carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids, and enzymes. And the cytoplasm contains a number of membrane bound bodies that are called cell organelles. Okay? Cell organelles. What is the use of cell organelles? And these cell organelles performs different functions in our body. Okay, and the cell organelles are the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, and lysosomes, and mitochondria, and ribosomes, and centrosomes. Okay, ribosomes and centrosomes. Ribosomes and centrosomes. And next we are going to discuss about endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum was discovered by the Porter. Okay, this is the endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum was discovered by the scientist's name was porter. It is called the cytoskeleton. It functions as a circulatory system of the cytoplasm because it transports many substances. Okay, and endoplasmic reticulum is two types. Endoplasmic reticulum is two types. One is rough endoplasmic reticulum and the second one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, rough and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, on the basis of presence or absence of ribosomes, the endoplasmic reticulum is classified into two types: rough and smooth. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is also called as granular endoplasmic reticulum, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum is also called as agranular endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, now we will discuss about granular endoplasmic reticulum. Granular endoplasmic reticulum. In this place, the ribosomes are attached on the surface. This type of endoplasmic reticulum is called, in this picture, you will observe rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. It is also called as ergoplasm and basophilic bodies and chromophilic substances and Nisser bodies. These are the other names of granular endoplasmic reticulum. These names are ergostoplasm and basophilic substances and chromophilic substances and Nisser bodies. Okay, and the rough endoplasmic reticulum is found abundantly in the cells which active in protein synthesis. Okay, the rough endoplasmic reticulum is found abundantly in those cells which are active in protein synthesis, such as pancreatic cells, plasma cells, or goblet cells and liver cells. Okay, these are present in the pancreatic cells, plasma cells, and goblet cells and liver cells. It consists mainly of a cisternate. And agranular are smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is the smooth end. In this place, no ribosomes are present, and in this place, ribosomes are not attached with the membrane of this type of endoplasmic reticulum. So the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum is smooth. It occurs especially in those cells which are almost inactive in protein synthesis. In protein synthesis, the SCR occurs mainly in those cells which are involved in the metabolism of lipids and glycogen. Okay, and the SCR occurs mostly in those cells which are involved in the metabolism of lipids and glycogen, and it is generally found in adipose cells and glycogen storing cells of the liver. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum is abundantly found in the adipose cells and glycogen storing cells of liver and conduction of heart fibers and spermatocytes and leukocytes. Okay, the main function of the endoplasmic reticulum is a transportation process in circulatory process. Okay, this is about the endoplasmic reticulum. In endoplasmic reticulum contains the cisternae, vesicles and tubules. Okay, next we are going to discuss about another cell organelles, Golgi apparatus. Okay, Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus was discovered by the scientist name was Camillo Golgi in the year of 1898 in the owl of the nostrils of owl, and the Golgi complex is also called as the lipocandians or Baker bodies or dictyosomes dictyosomes are dictyosomes. These are the dictyosomes and Baker bodies are Golgi apparatus. These are the other names of the Golgi apparatus. Okay, and generally the term dictyosome is used for the Golgi complex of lower invertebrates and plant cells. Okay, this is the structure of Golgi complex. It is found in cell. It is found in all eukaryotic cells except RBC and sperms of mammals. Okay, and Golgi complex is absent in prokaryotic cells. Okay, the shape of Golgi apparatus, the complex is varies from one cell to another cell. Okay, they may be in the form of rods or granules or networks or vesicles like structures. Okay, and even in the same cell, there are variations with the functional stages. Okay, and next we are going to discuss about structure. Under the electronic microscope, the Golgi apparatus appears to consist of three components. They are cisternae, vacuoles, and vesicles. Okay, cisternae, vacuoles, and vesicles. Cisternae are also called as flattened sac. Okay, flattened sac. These are flattened fluid-filled sacs separated by a intercisternal space of about 20 to 30 nanometers. They are arranged in the manner, parallel bundles one above other. The Golgi complex, the number of cisternae are varies from 3 to 7 cells in 3 to 7 in animal cells, and in plant cells they are 20 to 10 to 20 in plant cells. And the cisternae are slightly curved in nature. Hence, the cisternae has the two faces, convex and two surfaces, concave and convex and concave surfaces, and they has the two sides. Okay, formation phase and maturating phase. Okay, Golgi complex has the Golgi complex. The cisternae have the convex, and in Golgi complex, the cisternae have two surfaces, convex and concave, and two sides, forming phase and maturing phase. Okay, and the convex surface is the forming phase, and here new cisternae are added from the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, new cisternae are added from the endoplasmic reticulum, and the concave surface is the maturing phase. Here, the secretory vesicles are budded off. Okay, and next we are going to discuss about vacuoles. In total Golgi complex, cisternae are the important parts, important structures, and second one are vacuoles. These are large, spacious, round sacs found at the edges of the cisternae, and these are formed by the expansion of the cisternae, and in which two membranes are widely separated. The cavity is about 260 to 200 angstroms. Okay, vacuoles are the large, spacious, round sacs found at the edges of the cisternae. And third one are the small small drop like structures like vesicles. Okay, third parts are vesicles. These are the small drop like structures of about 40 angstroms in diameter. These are closely associated with the periphery of the cisternae, and they developed either by budding or constriction of the ends of the centrosome. Construction of the these vacuole vesicles are the small drop-like structures of about 40 angstroms in diameter, and these are closely associated with the periphery of the cisternae. They develop either by budding or constriction of the ends of the cisternae. Okay, constriction of the cisternae are this is about the Golgi apparatus. Next, we are going to discuss about function. The Golgi complex, it is the acrosome of the sperm is developed from the Golgi complex during spermatogenesis. In the sperm, acrosome is the main part. Okay, the acrosome of sperm is developed from Golgi complex, and it is involved in the formation of cell wall in plant cells, and in the animal cells it is help in plasma membrane formation. Okay, Golgi complex is involved in the formation of plasma membrane in the animal cells, and also involved in the formation of primary lysosomes, and it involves in the it produces yolk in eggs. Okay, Golgi complex produces yolk in eggs, and it is involved in metabolism of sulfates, and also the main function of the Golgi complex is secretion. Okay, secretion is the main function of the Golgi complex. Okay, and the intestinal cells use their Golgi complex for the absorption of monoglycerides and fatty acids. Okay, the intestinal cells use their Golgi complex for the absorption of monoglycerides and fatty acids. Okay, next another cell organelle is ribosomes. Okay, ribosomes. Okay, ribosomes. Ribosomes were first observed by the scientist name was Claude in 1941, and they named them as microsomes. And the Palade in 1955 named them as ribosomes, and these are also called as ribonucleoproteins. And ribosomes are also called as the protein factories. These are helps in protein synthesis. Okay, and the ribosomes are occurs in cells, both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. In Golgi complex and endoplasmic reticulums are absent in prokaryotic cells, but these ribosomes are present in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. The ribosomes are absent in RPC, mammals RPC. And in prokaryotic cells, ribosomes are scattered in the cytoplasm. In eukaryotic cells, the ribosomes are scattered in the cytoplasm as well as attached to the membrane of endoplasmic reticulum. They are also present inside the cell organelles like mitochondria and chloroplast. Okay, and the Svedberg unit S is used to measure the sedimentation rate of ribosomes. Okay, next types of ribosomes. The types of ribosomes according to the size and sedimentation coefficient, two types of ribosomes have been recognized. They are 70S ribosomes and 80S ribosomes. 70S ribosomes is found in prokaryotic cells. The 70S ribosomes is smaller in size and have sedimentation coefficient 70S, and the molecular weight of 2.7 and into 106 Daltons. It is composed of rRNA and proteins. Okay. Next, ATS ribosomes. The ATS ribosomes is found in eukaryotic cells. The ATS ribosomes is prokaryotic, uh, large, uh, larger than the prokaryotic ribosomes, and they have sedimentation coefficient is ATS, and the molecular weight of ATS ribosomes are 40 into 106 Daltons, and it is composed of rRNA and proteins and rRNA and proteins. And the ATS ribosomes are made up of two subunits, the large subunit and a small subunit. Large subunit is 40S, and small subunit is large subunit is composed of um, 40S, and large subunit is sorry large subunit is 60S, and small subunit is 40S, and each subunit is composed of rRNA and ribosomal proteins. Next, structure of ribosomes. Ribosomes are spherical in shape. The size is remains constant. In this ribosomes, they have the two sites, A site and P site. The P site is carries as tRNA containing polypeptide chain, and A site is carries a tRNA containing activated amino acid. Okay, the A site carries the tRNA containing activated amino acid. P site carries as a tRNA containing polypeptide chain. Okay, and these the two subunits remain freely in the cytoplasm. Freely in the cytoplasm. In the beginning of protein synthesis, the two subunits are united together. The two ribosomal subunits united with each other then due to high concentration of magnesium ions. When the magnesium ions when the concentration of magnesium ions are reduced, both ribosomal subunits gets separated. Okay, and the function of ribosomes are they are helps in protein synthesis and also helps in protection. The next, the other cell organelles are the lysosomes. Okay, lysosomes are these are observed by the scientist's name was the first discovered by the Christian de Duve. Lysosomes are first observed by the scientist name is Christian de Duve. And lysosomes are membrane bound bodies, and they are fluid filled structures, and these are filled with hydrolytic enzymes. They help in intracellular digestion. These are helps in intracellular digestion and extracellular digestion, and autolysis, etc. Okay, and these organelles are described as the suicidal bags. Next, third one are next my next sorry next cellular lysosomes are the okay. These are helps in intracellular digestion and arise from the Golgi bodies, and these are spherical with these are spherical with shape, and these are a single membrane structures, and these functions are contains the digestive enzymes, and also and they break down the ingest food, and break down damaged or unwanted organelles, and so these are called as suicidal bags or suicidal sacs. Okay, next, the other cell organelle is mitochondria. The term mitochondria is introduced by the scientist name was Benda, and mitochondria are semi-autonomous organelles of the cell. They may be cylindrical or spherical in shape, and occur in a large number of metabolically very active cells are the ready source of energy required for the various metabolic activities of the cell. So that's why these are called as the powerhouses of the cell. Okay, mitochondria as the powerhouses of the cell. These are the double membrane, smooth outer and folded inner, and these in this mitochondria folds are called as cristae, and shape is various shapes, and site of energy production ATP during cellular respiration. And next part are centrosomes. Next cell organelles are centrosomes. Centrosomes was discovered by the Van Vendan. The scientist name is Van Vendan. It is otherwise called cell center. The centrosomes play an important part during cell division. Okay, and the centrosome absent in plant cells. Okay, centrosomes are absent in plant cells. Cell wall is absent in animal cells. Okay, and next, kinetosomes. Kinetosomes are the this is the structure of animal cell. Okay, kinetosomes are also called as basal granules, and cilia and flagella arises from kinetosomes. Okay, and next cell organelles are microtubules. Microtubules are made up of proteins. They give a shape to cell. Microtubules act as channels for intercellular transport of water and ions. Next, the animal cell is composed of three main parts: plasma membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. These two, plasma membrane and cytoplasm, are over. Next, the third one is nucleus. The nucleus was first observed by the Robert Brown. Generally, the nucleus is round in shape, and it is situated in the center of the cell. And the nucleus is the dynamic center which controls and regulates the various metabolic activities of the cell. The nucleus consists of a nuclear membrane, nuclear sap, and certain materials, chromatin reticulum, and nucleolus. And the nuclear sap contains organic and inorganic substances like nucleic acids, proteins, enzymes, and minerals. Proteins like histamines and protamines. And chromatin reticulum is embedded in the nucleoplasm like a network, and during cell division the chromatin reticulum may show bead-like structures that are called chromosomes. We all are know about chromosomes are play a crucial role in inherited genetical genetical genetically. Okay, and one or two nuclei are embedded in the nucleoplasm. The important function of nucleolus is the synthesis of ribosomal RNA and protein. Okay, nucleus is the cell center, dynamic cell center, and it controls and regulates the all functions of the cell. Okay, and nucleolus is the synthesis of the main function of the nucleolus is the synthesis of ribosomal RNA and proteins.